Hey guys, Boston fan back with another TTM Minute. Today I have 4 TTM or through the mail returns, so I figured I'd share them with you quickly. First one I have is 4 of 3 in 8 days, and it is a very brief member of the Colt 45's John Paciorek, so I included this photo. He had to crease it to get it into my envelope. And he also signed 1, 2, 3 index cards, which is a nice addition, brand new to my collection. So the interesting about John Paciorek, he played one game in the big leagues for the Colt 45s in I believe 62. That was the original incantation of the Houston Ball Club. But in that game, he went 3 for 3 with 2 additional walks and 5 plate appearances. So he is the only player in Major League history with a perfect average, or I don't know what measure it is, in terms of plate appearances. So he's 5 for 5 in plate appearances and reaching base. So I guess his OBP would be 1,000, right, for his career. He's the only one to ever do it in 5 plate appearances. 3 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 walks in his only Major League game, which I think is pretty cool that he was able to do that in one Major League game. And so he sent that extra photo. Wish it wasn't bent, but it fit into my envelope that way. It's still pretty cool. It's in the 1963 Topps design. Next return is 1 of 3 in 7 days. And that is Mr. Dave Nicholson, formerly of the White Sox. He signed 1, and it looks like he didn't sign my index cards, which is okay. He signed a 65 Topps, which is really nice. The interesting thing about Dave Nicholson, so he played for the White Sox. Before that, he played for the Orioles, and then later in his career, he played for the Astros and Braves. And his claim to fame isn't necessarily the greatest. He is still the player with the worst strikeout to at-bat ratio in Major League history. He had 573 strikeouts in 1,419 at-bats. So a little bit of a notorious strikeout man there. He had some power. He hit 20 home runs or so, I think in 1964 for the White Sox. So he did have some power there, but he struck out a ton. And he had the White Sox single season strikeout record until Adam Dunn broke it, obviously about a decade ago. Next up, I have 5 of 5 in 12 days. And that is Mr. Garth Org. Org? I don't know. He signed a 1983 Topps, an 84, an 87, an 83 Fleer, and an 82 Topps. Kind of like the 83 Fleer for the display there. Little action shot of him batting. Garth Iorg spent 9 years all with the Blue Jays. He played 931 games for the Blue Jays, batted a career .258. Interestingly enough, he led the 1985 Blue Jays in hitting with .313. What's interesting to me about that is that 1985 was the first year Toronto made the playoffs, so he was the best hitter on the first good Toronto team. And when he retired, he was the Blue Jays leader in pinch hits. I don't know if he still is, but my notes say that he was at the time. And last TTM is 1 of 3 in 20 days, and it is former punter Sean Landeta who sent this photo. This is not mine. I sent him a card and a couple index cards. Sean Landeta won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants, Super Bowl 21 and Super Bowl 25. He played in the NFL for freaking ever. He was the last active USFL player when he retired. He was on the all-80s and all-90s NFL team. And he was the first punter ever to average 50 yards in a season in 3 different decades. So he averaged 50 yards in a season during the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. I think he played, if I remember correctly, 22 seasons in the NFL, which is ridiculous, but I guess for a punter, maybe not. But that Sean Landeta, 2-time Super Bowl champion, nice to add him to my collection. So 2 brand new additions to my collection, 2 guys that I've sent to before, but hadn't sent to in a while and had some cards of. That's it for TTM Minute. I hope that it gives you guys a good idea of some people to send to. I hope it's informative. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love it if you would subscribe or hit the notification button. But if not, that's okay. Just hope you enjoy the content a little bit. But with that, I think that I am done. Have a good day.